The medical residency application process can be complex and overwhelming with a lot of moving parts, any one of which can be a weak link. I don't want it to be your headshot photo, so I'm going to give you 5 tips to ace your headshot photo for your medical residency application. Hey guys, my name is Jason Rinaldi and I'm a headshot photographer here in Philadelphia. The whole point of the photo headshot for the application is to give a visual representation of yourself that is commensurate with everything else you're submitting as part of the application process. So tip number 1 is to look professional, dress professional, okay? I would say that business attire works best in all these situations here, okay? And we'll handle it no different than a business headshot, right? For guys, this is going to mean most likely a button-down shirt with a collar or a suit jacket rather, okay? Make sure that it's very nice fitting, okay? We don't want to be swimming in these clothes here. We want the collars to be nice and tight around the neck for a very clean look. You can choose to wear a tie, which is great, but if you do, just make sure it's not a very loudly patterned tie. It's not crazy bright colors, and the same goes for the shirt and the jacket. For females, you can wear a jacket or not wear a jacket, but either or, don't have anything underneath that's going to be very low cut or very revealing. In addition to that, just like the guys, don't use any loud patterns for any of this clothing here. No overly bright colors. Leave any kind of animal prints out of it. Just simple, mundane, solid colors always work best for a very professional look with regards to the attire. Tip number 2. You want to use is the best quality lighting that you can find, okay? If you happen to be shooting outdoors for some reason and you're doing this yourself, stay away from harsh midday sun. It's going to create hard shadows on your face, especially under your eyes, and leave them kind of dark. Definitely don't want that. We love to have that connection with the eyes, and that's what's going to help promote you and increase that connection with whoever is looking at your headshot and may be looking to bring you in for an interview. Same thing goes for indoor lighting, where you're using a lamp that's a very hard light source that's making weird shadows on your face. Again, those weird shadows, it's going to cheapen the look and the overall connection that the person viewing your headshot portrait is going to have with you as a person, okay? So good lighting is essential, and bad lighting is only going to cheapen the overall aesthetic of your photo headshot. Tip 3 is use simple, solid color backgrounds. Now, the application calls for just a simple white background or even light gray, but overall, even for business headshots, you want to stick with simple, solid color backgrounds so that they don't detract from the face. That's a very practical reason. We want all the focus to be on the facial expressions and the body language that you're kind of, emoting out, and that energy that you're giving out. If you have some kind of brick wall or buildings or trees behind you, that's going to completely take away from that. So simple, solid color backgrounds, and for this application, simple, even white or light gray works best. Tip number 4, you want to stick with really good positive body language. So what do I mean by that? If you are going to an interview and if you're being brought in for an interview, you're not going to want to use body language. It's very standoffish, right? You're going to want to come in with a very direct, open appearance that gives, the vibe that you're just a very forthright, direct person, okay? In our headshot, we want to be standing directly, kind of as I am now, not hunched over, not turning too much and kind of leaning and stuff like that. Simple, direct approaches always work best. So that body language is important. So use a very simple, direct, straight-on approach in the body language for your photo headshot. Tip number 5, facial expressions. Guys, this one is huge. I think a lot of people forget about this, and this is one of the most important ones. Just like the body language, there's a lot of subtleties that you can send out about yourself just by changing the facial expression, right? People want to work with other people that look vibrant, they look friendly, they look credible, and they look competent, right? You want to impart that, into your facial expression. If you go in there with a very deer in headlights appearance, wide-eyed appearance like that, or a very stiff appearance that looks standoffish, with regard to your facial expression that isn't very friendly, or a very fake, cheesy smile, it's just not going to come across as genuine, right? You wouldn't talk to somebody like that when you're having a conversation with them, so why would you put that in your photo headshot that you're going to submit with all the other pieces that you're putting in for your application, right? So facial expressions are important. Try to get one going and practice with it. Work in the mirror if you have to show you at your most endearing, your most vibrant, your most enthused to go through this process. It's only going to help you. So I don't have a 6th tip here, but if I did, that would be to hire a professional headshot photographer to help guide you through all these other tips that I just mentioned here. See, we have the solid color backgrounds, we have the flat lighting that's going to help you look spectacular, and we can really guide you on the body language and the facial expressions to basically have this headshot photo say what you want it to say so that it's in line with everything else you're submitting as part of your application process. Not to mention the fact that the end result is going to look extremely professional, polished. You can take that same headshot and use it on many other platforms, LinkedIn, etc., throughout your career as you move forward. So guys, best of luck on your application process, and I hope these 5 tips are really helpful to you. Thank you for watching.